Okay, this is going to be a fun video because I'm going to share with you how I manifest. In other words, how I use my imagination to manifest my desires. And I'm going to share some personal success stories. And I love that because I'm not just, sharing quotes and reading from a book and philosophizing to you, but I'm actually sharing my experience. And my intention is for you to actually have more trust in your power within, which is the creative power, which is God, which is your awareness that creates your desire. So I want to share with you like the first one. So not too long ago I had like a throat infection, and in my mind I thought that shit, man, I think it's going to take like a few weeks to heal. It's going to take a few weeks to heal. And my first resort was, maybe I should go to the chemist or try some natural remedies or whatever the case may be. And as I am trying to obviously figure out what I'm gonna do, I then remembered that I am the God of my reality, and my reality is my body and the 3D. So I was like, okay, no, my throat is perfectly healthy. It is perfectly healthy. But now you have to understand, my throat was freaking sore, it was in pain. And the 3D is right in my face, like in pain. I'm like, whatever I swallow or drink, it's freaking paining. So I'm like, jeez, 3D is right in my face, right? So I asked myself, okay, what would imply that my throat is now perfectly healthy? So I'm asking myself these questions and like, okay, well, the thing that would imply that my throat is perfectly healthy is the fact that I'm at ease. I can now drink and swallow whatever I want, and I'm no longer in pain. So I then experience that reality in my imagination. Even though my throat was freaking paining, like my throat is paining, and I'm like, oh man, it's just not a good experience. And so I'm like just in my imagination experiencing the reality of my perfectly healthy throat, and I'm just in my imagination. I'm having a good time. I see how I'm just drinking whatever I want to drink, swallowing whatever, and it's just so awesome. And I just have that experience in my imagination. And now, mind you, I thought it was going to take maybe a couple of weeks. 2 days, only 2 days, my throat was then perfectly healthy. 2 days. And then I had to catch myself, because I was like, why would I assume that it would take weeks when there is no time in my 4D, there is no time in the imagination? It's instant. And I was glad that I could catch myself, because why on earth would I assume it will take weeks? It only took days. I mean, in fact, it did not even take a couple of days, because when I experienced my perfectly healthy throat in my imagination, I felt the relief. I felt peaceful. I felt healed. What that means is it is done. It is done. And then when I woke up, or opened my eyes rather, the pain was still there, but it wasn't as in my face. It was almost as though the 3D is now conforming automatically. And then after that, I went to bed, and I woke up, and my throat is perfectly healthy, man. I'm like, snap. So now you have to understand, I've been using the law of assumption for years with success, massive success. And yet, whenever I use it to manifest any desire, it still surprises me. I'm still like a kid. I'm like, oh baby, guess what? Oh, my throat is perfectly out. It's all good. Yeah, it's all. She's like, of course it is. She's just like, oh, of course it is. And I'm like freaking happy. I'm stoked and all that. And I had to remember that I already experienced this in my imagination. Now check this out. My imagination is the real world. And my imagination is where the party is at. So whatever I experience in my imagination, it's a done deal. And the 3D conforms automatically. And I was like, oh wow, this is so freaking awesome. Absolutely amazing and so powerful. But I think the challenge for most people is that they actually do not believe that their imagination is the real world. They don't believe that the imagination is God. They don't believe that they are the imagination. I think that's the challenge for a lot of people. And what I actually would advise you is test it. Test it. So you wanna test it. Maybe like in the book that I wrote, which is Become a Master at Manifesting. I show you how to test your imagination. You can find all details in the description below. So I show you how to test your imagination, right? So when you test that your imagination is God, it's going to increase your trust and belief in the process. And when you actually have an experience that, oh shit, this stuff actually works, then you're going to now be limitless. You're going to, of course, I can manifest anything, but it can be challenging for some people that actually have not experienced that their imagination is God and it does create. So I want to share another one with you guys. So this is like money ones. This is like a money manifestation. So I shared with you that I was busy with this client, and the client wanted to become a millionaire. And just how he shifted into that identity in freaking like a couple of weeks really surprised me. So I was like, okay, I'm actually going to play with this as well. So I just accepted that I've always been a consistent, successful millionaire, and it's been about, say, a couple of weeks now that I've accepted this new identity. And let me tell you, like, a lot of opportunities actually just popped out of thin air, and including the dream home that my wife and I that we already purchased in our imagination. But just for the context of this video, so this dream home that we already purchased in our 4D, all of a sudden the buyer, or the seller rather, said that no, they no longer want to sell the house. But I told my wife that no, we are already in the house. We are seeing beautiful sunsets every day. We've got beautiful ocean views, mountain views. We are experiencing this. We are, because we are the new homeowners. Circumstances does not matter. So if the buyer says that no, I don't want to sell it anymore, that's a circumstance. We already the new homeowners in our imagination. It's a done deal. Now I accepted that a reality. I told my wifey, let's accept that reality, because we are the homeowners, the new homeowners. And then and then all of a sudden the house just boom appeared back on the market. And now we actually arranged a viewing with the agent, and so now we're going to go for viewing, and we get to now just be in the house and really just experience, the house, and have a feel for it as well. And so that's the one thing about this new identity. And there's also a few other opportunities that seemingly just appeared out of thin air in my email, and I asked myself, but how is this possible? Why all of a sudden now? And then I had to remember that I am now a consistent, successful millionaire. I had to remember that. I was like, yes, of course. That is my new identity. That is my new normal. This is who I am. A consistent, successful millionaire. It is freaking amazing, wonderful, and I love it. I just love it. So there's more that I can share with you guys, but I'm looking at the time. Maybe I'll make another video and I'll share more. But as I said in the beginning, my intention for this video is to remind you that you are the God of your reality, your imagination, which is your awareness. That is your true identity. Now that identity, it's infinite and it's limitless. And there's no time. When you accept that you are the person who has your desires right now, it is done. It is done. The 3D will conform automatically, whether you like it or love it. It's the law. It will conform automatically. All that is required from you is to accept that you are the person who has your desires and to remain faithful to that. Do not waver. What I mean by waver, don't be wishy-washy. You accept today and then tomorrow you act as though you don't have it. You have to accept that it's a done deal. Just like you accept that when it's your birthday, if you are, for example, 30 years old and it's your birthday today and you're now 31, you accept that you are 31. You believe that you are now 31. You don't jump from 30 to 31, 30 to 30. No, you believe that you are 31. You do not waver. Same principle applies. You have to accept that it is a done deal. Having said that, if you need help with coaching, because a lot of people know exactly what to do, but they don't do it. Now, if you're one of those people, reach out. We want to help you. Take your life or your business to the next level, because you deserve to thrive. You deserve to be in a happy relationship. You deserve to be free. You deserve to be happy. You deserve everything and more. Why? Why? Because you are the God of your reality. That's why.